Welcome. In this video, I'm going to tell you a horror story. I hope you enjoy it. Horror story name: I Would Rather Die. In Beijing, China, there were two high school students, a boy and a girl, who really liked each other. They both worked hard at their studies because they wanted to succeed in life. They would always help each other with their homework, and they spent so much time together that they eventually started having feelings for each other. Soon, they became boyfriend and girlfriend. When they graduated, the boy went to Nanjing University, and the girl went to Beijing University. They kept in touch and maintained their relationship. They planned to get married when they finished college and have children together. But too much time spent apart can change a person's feelings, and in Beijing, girls are vulnerable to temptation. While the girl was living in Beijing, she met a lot of men. They were more successful, wealthier, wittier, and more handsome than her boyfriend. She decided to break up with her boyfriend and stay in Beijing. When she broke the news to her boyfriend that she was dumping him, he went out of his mind. He kept pestering the girl with phone calls until she stopped answering. Then, he traveled all the way to Beijing to see her, but the girl was very unsympathetic. She told him their relationship was over, and she had found a new love. She told him to accept the breakup and go home. In a moment of anger and desperation, the boy took a knife and cut his wrist. He said while he cried, "I would rather die than lose you." He had some kind of crazy idea that this would prove to the girl how much he loved her and convince her to take him back. He was very mistaken. The girl didn't even try to stop him. She didn't even bother to call an ambulance for him. She just stood there and watched as the blood drained from his body. He writhed on the ground in convulsions of pain and agony. Until his dying breath, he stared at the girl, hoping she would agree to take him back. When he was dead, she called the police, and they came to take his body away. She didn't even bother to attend his funeral. Shortly afterwards, the girl discovered she was pregnant. 9 months later, she gave birth to a little boy. Before long, she was fed up with being a mother. Taking care of a child was just too much work, and it was affecting her social life. When men found out she had a child, they didn't want to date her. Eventually, she decided to give the little boy to her mother so that she could raise him instead. She didn't like her baby much, so it wasn't a difficult decision to make, and she found her life was much more fun without him. However, her mother insisted that she visit the boy 1 weekend per month. One night, the girl drove to her mother's house to visit her son. She only planned to stay there for an hour, and then she would head back to Beijing to spend the evening with her new boyfriend. When she got to her mother's house, she saw the boy sitting in the front garden. She noticed there was something odd about him. When she looked closer, she suddenly realized that he was slicing his wrist with a knife and sucking the blood. The girl freaked out. She ran over and told him to stop. The little boy stared at her intently. That look was familiar. She recognized that stare. Suddenly, the child pounced on her and slit her throat with the knife. He said while he cried, "I would rather see you die than lose you." Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this horror story. See you in a new horror stories.